Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Tasha K, Kevin Hart is not done with you, but baby, Tasha K is still reveling in her victory. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Kevin Hart thought he had it done. He was going in. He was like, you know what? And another thing, Tasha K doesn't want to pull the video down. With your honor, I want you to pull the video down. He said he had been beleaguered. He had been hurt. I do believe he says, I have suffered. I have been harmed. He was reenacting the opening scene for The Color Purple with him and Cardi B playing Patty Cake. You and me will never part. Only Tasha K finally fired Olga and got a real lawyer, and the judge denied Kevin Hart's request for a restraining order. Now, listen, let's just be clear, it don't stop anything that Cardi B was doing or she's up to. She is still very much on top of the P's and Q's, and she is still very much winning everything that she said Tasha K took away from her. She even hired lawyers and dug into everybody's finances. I'm just saying, don't get on a Libra's bad side because, baby, she is in prime Libra. No, I'm not giving you any mercy. Now, here's the thing where Kevin Hart got it twisted. Kevin somehow thought because Cardi B was on the roll and Cardi B dotted her I's and crossed her T's, and Cardi B actually had a legal case against Tasha K and she won it and she was collecting. He somehow thought that meant that it was sweet and he could go in just spouting words of being harmed and beleaguered and extorted, and the justice system would roll over for him. Now, get this, the justice system did not roll over. His request for a restraining order against Tasha K was denied. And not only that, the judge said, you have not given any proof. The judge literally basically said, these are just words. There's no proof of anything. He even said to the lawyer, you didn't even give me proof of what was defamation in the interview. Because if you don't know, if you go in front of a judge, you just can't say defamation. You have to actually point and be like, no, minute 138, minute 5, or say the whole thing. The judge is like, you've given no evidence of anything you say, right? Um, so that was that, right? Anyway, we thought this was the end of it because I thought this was another JT Jackson thing. If you don't know who JT Jackson is, that is Kevin Hart's former best friend who was framed for making a blank tape with Kevin, this random jump off when Kevin was cheating on his then pregnant wife. Now, since then, they've worked everything out, but let the record reflect. Okay, Kevin's not done. He's still going hard for Tasha K. I guess he's mad. He can't do anything about the Cat Williams stuff. He can't do anything with the fact that his ghostwriter slash ex-wife, Tori Hart, is going on tour with Cat Williams. He can't stand that his latest movie actually bombed, right? Which, let me be fair, Kevin Hart's actually amusing in comedic films, right? I don't think he's the best comedian since Tori stopped writing for him, but comedy is in the eye of the beholder. But he is a good actor, and that one serious thing he played where he was playing like a little sociopath, emphasis on little, he was really good in that. But his latest movie, Lift, has bombed. On top of that, Cat Williams' interview completely overshadowed Kevin Hart's press tour, and people were talking about it. Anyway, let's get back into what he's doing to Tasha K, because this is fun. Anyway, Radar Online is now reporting that Kevin Hart is fighting with Tasha in court. Now, he's attempting to pause. Tasha K wants to pause his lawsuit accusing her of extorting him for 250K. Okay. Um, uh, listen, and here's the thing with Kevin. Now he's just being vindictive because I get it, right? Kevin don't want that mess out in court just because I think he's trying to send a warning, not to Tasha K and the assistant, but apparently I think everybody has stuff in their past they don't want people knowing about. Kevin Hart, maybe more than whatever, right? I think what's going on with Tasha K, I said Kevin is trying to scare everybody from digging into his past and seeing what's really, really going on. Maybe. Or maybe he really does feel like he was extorted. We don't actually know what's going on. However, when it comes to this, Tasha K, because she fired Olga, that's a lawyer that got her on the hook for 4 million with Cardi B, and she got some real legal counsel. Tasha K went and said, Your Honor, listen, I know this man's suing me. And he's saying that I tried to extort him for $250,000. If you don't know, I did not. And also, can we pause this lawsuit? Because honestly, I had this bankruptcy case going on, and it is taking all of my time, all of my attention, all of my money. Can we please pause Kevin's case until the bankruptcy issue is resolved, right? Now, get this. Kevin then hit back and said, "No. This civil extortion case will not be delayed due to your ongoing bankruptcy battle with Cardi B." He's asking the court to allow his civil lawsuit to move forward despite Tasha being in the middle of a Chapter 11 case. Um, Now what's the odds he's gonna get away with this? I don't know. He actually might. And by get away, I don't mean to act like he's getting over. I do mean to say that it is common when you're going through a lot of legal wrangling to ask to pause cases until the other one's resolved. The only thing is the cases are somehow interrelated when the court does say yes. So let's just say everybody's suing you for, I don't know, like taking their Reeboks, right? Everybody's suing you, everybody's suing you. You're in the middle, but the reason they will pause it is because it's saying that if you're found guilty or innocent in one case, that's going to affect the facts of case B. So because they're all somehow interrelated, you pause to see what's going on. However, with Tasha K, Kevin, and Cardi B, I mean, besides Cardi B allegedly sharing information about Tasha K's companies, there's no reason to pause because they're not interrelated. Whether or not you owe Cardi B $4 million, whether or not you got secret shell offshore companies, whether or not anything Cardi's accusing you is true, and whether or not the bankruptcy judge lets you have your bankruptcy petition or not, has nothing to do with whether you extorted Kevin. It has nothing to do about whether you owed Kevin money. Now, you could make the argument, which I'm sure Tasha is making. You don't understand. Like, I'm doing everything I can to get through evidence and submit documentation for the bankruptcy thing. I'm swamped with evidence requests. I'm swamped with discovery. I'm doing this, doing that. It's taking all my attention. I don't have time to focus on the case. My lawyers are the same lawyers working. We don't have time to mount a defense. Can you please pause? But again, Kevin might have her on this one because it's highly unlikely when cases are not related at all to pause one person's justice because you in a firefight with another person. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, just to let you know, I will say this. Kevin better hope he's actually telling the truth on all this. Because who's this Mr. Employee you said called and said extortion? Because without that phone call, he doesn't have a case. So, one, there needs to be a person that actually made the call. Two, they have to work for Tasha K. Three, they had to have Tasha K's explicit consent to try to extort money. And four, the person calling had to really be trying to extort them and not just messed up the words. Like extortion, you need intent. That means the person had to intend to extort you too. You feel what I'm saying? Um, we'll see. But again, if all four things are not met, then that means, does he even have an extortion case? And if he does not, right, then can't Tasha K just sue him for her lawyer fees for dragging her to court? I will say one thing, and this is just my advice, right? I don't know how many views that video has now. I will say this. I don't understand why Tasha K doesn't make the video private now. See how Kevin's lawsuit against the assistant goes. If the assistant loses, then fine. She showed that she was operating in good faith. If the assistant wins, she can repost the video and she can sue Kevin Hart for harassment, for defamation, and also for any lost profits on that video. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all, I am interested to see, does Kevin really have this person who was Tasha's employee? He said it was a male that called him that was trying to extort. I don't know, because at the end of the day, y'all remember what happened with Kevin and his best friend. He said a lot of things. And a lot of them turned out not to be true. So I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.